and welcome to Lair of the Spider Lord, an Astro Mythos adventure. This module and setting is created by Jon Sideriadis, and we are on episode 4. Here it is. What happened last time? Does anybody want to talk about it?
So last time we traveled from the Flesh City, which had grown a beautiful grove of trees and showed us that life could actually be like kind of reborn on this planet. And we spent the episode traveling from that city to the base of the mountains.
Yeah.
Our goal being go talk to Vuna, a shepherd who we believe has more of these golden seeds. And along the way, we met a couple kooky characters.
You sure did.
And fought a tree.
And we left one to die.
We're coming back. I swear
sad,
to God.
lonely, knowledgeable death.
We left them in a
The
safe place.
The other option being killing him.
Right.
Which I still wish I would have done.
It's gonna be fine.
Not for him.
And also the other kooky character we met was Aramite,
Aramite.
And we didn't leave her behind.
favorite character I've ever met.
There's a difference between finding someone in a cave full of their stuff that they're very cozy in and finding someone in the mouth of a
Leave
wood
no one
octopus.
behind.
Oh, and also the sun got captured. And that seems
That's a very important
It
thing.
actually seems really bad.
We were so caught up in our shit.
Thorocles, the sun, has been captured, and the eclipse turned into what looks like a spider, with the eclipse being the butt of the spider.
You look so excited to say the word butt.
Abdomen? We could edit it.
No, it's a butt! Yeah!
It's a full moon.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, there it
That's
Nice
good. Actually, I don't know if John meant to do that, but you did it. It's the moon with a butt. Okay,
Sorry, John.
it's morning. You can't really tell. The eclipse is still eclipsing. So it's still a weird time outside. But I will say, as you kind of awaken, you could tell that you are at the base of the copper-bearing mountains.
Oh, did we take a long rest that night?
You did.
Oh, okay.
And their sheer scale of these of the mountains is enough to just take your breath away. There are jagged peaks that pierce the sky, and the summits are crowned in glistening snow that would probably shimmer, but it's kind of weird, pale, dark outside, so there's not much shimmering going on. Give me a nature check. I'd say anybody that is good at that, / also Silas, because she's been here before.
Straight up bad at that.
Yeah.
21.
I'm kind of unsettled by this weird sunrise, so I fared very poorly
Okay.
in my assessment.
I would say, like, Monovoskos, you're not necessarily from Zos, but you are a nature guy. So, I would say that you would be able to glean from Zos that probably, you know something called the Aether Maidens would dance upon these slopes with their laughter kind of carrying in the wind. You would know Aether Maidens. Actually, yeah, I think you would know what those are. But I'd also say that in the winter months, you would probably see more movements of like auroras and everything. But right now, there's just not a lot of any of that going on. It's hard to tell what season it even is on Zos. You can look up at these mountains and you can just kind of, just from the naked eye, kind of glean that these are treacherous mountains. There doesn't seem to be a visible path. Just a wall of rock, ice, and uncertainty, I guess. Give me a perception check, everybody.
Dulus, you been this way before? You know how to get up there? Is that where we're going?
So I think as you're asking Doulos, what perception checks?
Another 21.
Oh wow, cute.
10.
I rolled a 12 on the die twice, and my perception and my nature are the same roll.
6.
Okay, whoever rolled above a 10, it's not hard to tell what's going on. As Silas talks to Doulos, you can see that Doulos is kind of seems to be muttering to himself a little bit. in similar, probably, I believe you'd probably hear it in you'd hear some star tongue in there. And as you interrupt him, yes, he says, "Oh, I'm very sorry. I must seem a little cuckoo in the head. I don't generally talk to myself. I was speaking with Sos. Yes. So I have the pleasure of calling upon Zos's essence. I am attempting to rouse the mountain's inhabitants, the planetesimals that exist within the mountains."
This is crazy. Are you just talking crazy talk?
No, this is why I preface with what I said. I'm not cuckoo. And I know how it must sound, but no, these are not, as you all know, Zos is alive. These are not ordinary stones. They are the mountain's living heart, slumbering deep within its bones. So, I can possibly awaken and persuade the planetesimals to shift and shape the landscape.
The mountain itself?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully I'm going to ask them to open up a passage for us to be able to get at least close to where we need to go.
And if it won't, what do we do?
I can fly. I can carry people up.
I'm very close with Zos, so let me finish what I was doing.
I might have some tricks that might be able to help, but if this is an easier approach, I'm more than willing to try this first.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this happen.
Okay. So Zos kind of basically meditates for a second. What did I say?
Zos.
Surprise! The planet's talking! Hey guys, what's up? That's how Zos sounds.
Reduce, reuse, recycle!
Only you could stop.
Only you can stop the forest fire. Oh no. So yeah, you see that, and before you start to see rocks start to crumble away and kind of create a little bit of a pathway up the mountain. And yeah, and Dulo says the climb ahead will still be perilous, more likely, but there's at least a path now that we can walk. And he'll also said, I will warn you, these planetesimals are a little stubborn, so once we reach where we need to go, it is likely we'll not be able to take the same path back this way. Just letting you know.
So we are leaving them behind. You know the person from last episode?
Why do you do this if you're going to talk to the camera?
Stop editing the show.
You're just editing things. You know that has power and magic, right? Edit.
Once you do this, Doug has to.
I have no choice.
I just did it. I'm sorry. Hold on. We're back. Okay.
Wait, now I did it. Now we're not back. Shit.
It's like when you have 4 people playing the same video game and every person keeps trying to pause the pause menu.
100%. It's 100% what it is. Okay, so your Doulos goes first. He's gonna show you the way.
Is Aramite coming with us up this hill, or where she needs to go?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I'm going up. I forget how she sounds. Does she sound like this?
Yeah, the old lady. She goes.
You see that she's kind of been in her shell, and you hear
knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. And then when you knock on her shell, you hear like crashing and like things falling off shelves, and then she peeks her head out. She's like, "We ready to go?"
Yeah, it's about time we got moving.
Okay. Goes back in her shell. Oh no, she comes out of her shell and she'll follow.
I really put my head in that shell at some point.
So as you're going up this like kind of shifting path, and it does kind of shift while Doulos is walking ahead of you. So yeah, just kind of like it's not like Moses parting the Red Sea. Is that the right one?
That is, yeah, good one. That Bible school paid off.
Is that the right guy from the Jesus story?
Jesus freak. No!
Jesus freak, E-Peach.
Shit. This is serious, guys. Side note, before this episode, I was like, the energy. And now we're
That's
fucking...
too much.
And then we chose Red Bull!
Later.
It's starting to boil over.
We accidentally got wings. Oopsie.
Too many wings.
Too many wings. I have like
I'm a
5.
A biblical angel level of wings.
All if Doug, I guess I'll be editing this. Okay.
Don't leave all of this in.
So the path is kind of shifting ahead of Doulos as you're climbing. There's a lot of climbing. So if that's a case, like there's gaping chasms, there's crumbling ledges, kind of unseen shadows. Not unseen, because why would I mention them? Stupid. There are unseen dangers kind of lurking in the shadows. Give me like dexterity or athletics as you're climbing this treacherous mountain.
These low rolls.
Yeah.
16, because I'm very
Okay.
athletic, luckily.
5, because I'm not very athletic.
26.
Okay.
Both Silas and Indo are attempting to aid Krotos.
Okay.
I think we're kind of like, if I try to
So,
aid Krotos,
help
Indo, are you going to
action?
try to like slap me away?
No.
Alright,
I don't know, I'm just checking.
So you are all doing pretty well, making your way up this mountain. Doulos and Aramite's kind of trailing farther behind, but she got a 12. But she's just a little
She's
slower.
slow and steady.
Yeah. You get to a point on top of the, like, it's not, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily on top of the mountain or anything, but you get to a clearing, and it does feel like you've gone almost kind of through this mountain as the planetesimals kind of cleared a path for you. You see a giant pit in front of you, and on top of that, going across that, you see a battered, time-worn bridge. It's kind of just like swaying in, it kind of sways in the wind and creaks, and it does stretch across this deep pit, where probably long ago, maybe a stream or something very deep below, carved its way through the rock, but no longer is there water. It is just a deep chasm of death.
Okay.
And Doulos kind of gestures towards the bridge, and he goes, and this, now that the planetesimals have, and as you look behind you, you do notice that they're kind of curling back in on themselves. And he says, this is one of the last remnants of a forgotten path. I believe this might be the only way forward.
That looks like a very unsteady bridge and very perilous and fraught with danger. So if anybody wants a ride, I can probably carry some folks across through the air.
I can as well.
Perhaps if you two can fly, maybe you fly Doulos and
Aramite.
across. I just have a little more faith in our agility.
I have no question that I will be fine.
Sure.
Very well.
It's not wood, so it won't work. Okay.
Budget cuts, am I right?
Jeez.
Can I peer down into this here chasm, this abyss, as I'm flying overhead?
Yes, and as you do that, as you fly up towards the bridge,
Do you care who you carry?
Isolde would like to carry Aramite.
I'll take Doulos.
No, Doulos probably doesn't want to hang out with Silas.
Doulos, who do you want to take a ride with?
fair.
Who do you want to take a ride with?
if it is up to me, I would like to use my feet, but
That is fine. I can travel alongside you. Should the bridge fail, I can simply be a safety net for you.
okay, that is fine. I am strong. I am the chieftain of Nanos. If I fall and die.
Well, I mean, we won't let it get to that, but... Aramite, would you like a sky ride?
How fast you go?
Pretty swiftly. I mean, not a scary speed, but like...
Scary speeds are fun.
I could go as fast as I can.
Okay, like 30 feet or
40 feet.
Can you talk to me in game rules?
I only speak in game rules.
You can come with me, because I have a fly speed of 60.
Oh!
And I'll use a dash action, and I will zoom across this cavern with her if she wants to go
it's like
fast.
I'm in space! Wow! Before this happens, before you all, and so you're starting to make your way, and you're going to look down the chasm.
Yeah, I'll kind of hop up and look down, and just before we do anything.
Yeah. As you're making your way towards the chasm, the air starts to grow thick with heat, and the scent of scorched stone.
Uh-oh.
And then the earth starts to tremble.
Oh, this ain't good.
And a deep guttural rumble echoes through the peaks.
Wow.
And before you, something stirs. Something immense. Emerging from the mountainside itself, above and towering over this, I guess it'd probably be before the bridge, kind of keeping you from the bridge. You see what looks like a living, breathing volcano, a colossus molten rock. Its like hulking form is an amalgamation of jagged obsidian, veins of glowing magma pulsing beneath cracked basalt, skin like molten blood through ancient arteries. These great plates of stone shift with every movement. It's just like huge thing, just like coming, kind of like poking its head out and like grinding together in a slow, deliberate motion with sound just like echoing like thunder through the peaks. Its head is a mountainous crest crowned with vents that spew occasional plumes of steam and ember into the sky, and they have two sunken, deeply caved, shimmering kind of with inner fire somewhere, holding the weight of like eons with their smoldering depths. Its arms are titanic ridges of stone, layered and immense, and its fingers are as thick as tree trunks, as it kind of, its back rises into a series of jagged peaks. Especially looks right at you, since you're walking up to, it's looking at everybody, but it turns its burning gaze at you, and when it breathes, the ground kind of trembles, and when it speaks, its voice is like the groan of shifting earth, with each syllable slow, deliberate, and unfathomably ancient. And it says, "Travelers, you stand upon sacred stone, and no mere mortals shall pass untested." And his gaze drifts to the bridge behind him. And he says, "Should you fail my riddles,
Wow.
the bridge will crumble, and you shall join the depths below. But answer true." Yes. Question? That's fine.
If the bridge since the bridge is still there, that means that nobody's failed to answer your riddles before?
That must be really easy riddles then, right?
He just shrugs. Like all the skeleton trees like shake, and he's like, he just makes it. I like that you raise your hand. That's very polite. Very nice of you.
What if we get it wrong, but we can like fly?
Well, I'll just fight you. So like I'll fight, like I'll destroy the bridge, and then I'll also fight you.
Okay.
Until your death.
That makes sense.
Is that? I guess I could be more
No,
clear.
thank you for being clear on the rules.
Well, sometimes, when I'm doing this, it's like people prefer for me to be like really like, wordy and big about it, but really I can just chat.
Right, it's not like we're putting on a show or
No.
anything.
There aren't any cameras around.
Is this mountain speaking in common or star tongue?
Common.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's unmasked. We're just doing it.
Do we each have a riddle, or is it like a team effort?
Team.
Oh,
Team effort.
I feel like
I'm
you're
not like-
smarter than me.
Yes, thank you. Wow, what a
Oh, I
polite
raised my hand.
group.
I apologize and raise my hand.
I'll be here for eternity. Do you have a name we may address you as?
Yeah, so, when he's like, yes, of course, my name is... It's like the sound of just like rocks
Love
moving,
that.
and it's really long. He does it for like a minute. Would you like to repeat it back to me?
Yes. I would like to try.
Okay. Give me a
Intelligence?
Performance?
Because you're trying to like repeat it back.
I do persuasion.
Mm,
Oh,
Okay, 19.
I think you do pretty well. Maybe you miss some syllables in there
Sure,
or some
yeah.
rock noises, but yeah. And once you do that, the
It is
Tecton,
good to meet you, guardian of this space.
he throws back his like colossal head, and like sound just like erupts from his core as a laugh like starts to like low guttural rumble, deep and resonant, shaking kind of the ground, and it also starts to spit lava out of his
whoa.
different spots. So why don't you give me dexterity saving throws
I thought they were riddles!
as lava kind of
I
like...
think this is genuinely just an accident. He's just... I love it. It's so funny.
What is...
Change your dice.
I did this the third one.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
Oh, I'm
dexterity.
gonna use I'm gonna use this.
Dexterity saving throw.
No, I'm not gonna use the star power point on this.
I'm gonna use the star
DC
power point on
14.
This guy.
What about what about a 7?
Would you take a 7?
Is 7 okay? It's only a half.
You know, if you got me on a good day, maybe, but bad day. What did everybody get?
6.
17.
16.
And I spent
Okay.
a star power to get
Silas and
first time
Monovoscos
I've
just like
done.
barely, you get hit with some lava coming out of his head. 10 points of fire damage.
God, bro.
And he goes, "Ooh,
Ow!
sorry." I
Yeah.
often laugh
Well, I mean,
during this part.
I think that should at least save us one riddle.
Okay, I'll take off one.
Jeez.
Sorry, guys.
You are made of cheese.
Yes.
How many riddles will you pose to us?
Well, now I'll only do 2. Are you ready? Put your thinking caps on. Okay. And the ground like
Get more lavas.
it's shaking. What craves air but has no lungs? To fan its every flapping plume, like evil men but to lay waste to forest, town, and field of bloom.
Fire?
Fire.
Ah! You got it! Dexterity. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, no, lava's not coming out of me. But you can see he was very pleased, and this lava kind of runs through his veins just a little brighter. Okay, this one's a little harder. I didn't fully not think this was going to be silly. Okay.
The description, huge hulking
I
rock
know.
and lava.
And
And
then
then,
it's like-
you raised your hand and knocked
With the cosmic horror.
Yeah, I know.
Just because it's cosmic horror doesn't mean we can't be polite.
That's true.
That's true.
That is true. He says, I stand, though I have not to stand on. A twin of self in shifting glass. The more you chase, the less you grasp. Yet flee, and I shall hunt you fast.
And I picture all of us just sort of like huddled in a circle talking,
Yes.
and he's just sort of like standing there waiting.
Yeah. He's like folded his hands.
It's a poser,
Kind
right?
of like birds are like flying on his head.
Stand, but I have not to stand on. A twin of self. You try to grasp, and it's even more fleeting. You try to flee,
It follows.
it follows. I think it's shadow.
Shadow?
Ah, very good.
Can we do the third one for fun?
Oh, like for free?
Yeah.
For funsies? Sure. Yeah, why not? I have no form, yet shape your fears. I whisper lies, yet hold no tongue. I creep where certainty appears, and when I'm gone, the truth is sung.
Doubt?
Doubt.
Is it doubt?
Very good! He claps, and it's just like... it's like the bridge is like... whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Doulos kind of looks up at the ancient and say, I appreciate your casual candor, Elder Tecton. Generally, Tectons are pretty aggressive and kind of rude, but this one seems to be interesting. Like, it's definitely more ancient, and as Doulos calls him an Elder Tecton, that kind of like rings a bell in your... There's not many, I would believe, that Elder Tectons that would necessarily waste time with like mortals.
They just
like
kind
this.
of pop up.
Yeah, but this one seems to be more of like a trickster Tecton, and it is kind of just trying to pass his time by riddling. But I will say at this, when he kind of gazes over the group, when he's about to like let you all go, he kind of looks at Silas. And he rumbles a little bit, and he says, but it doesn't, give me an insight check. You can all, if you'd like to. But he kind of rumbles, and he gets very close to Silas.
Yeah.
And like you could feel this hot heat.
Yeah, we're friends, right? Friends.
I think you could all tell that what he's doing is not in anger. What he's doing is more of just like something like almost like he's in memory. This Elder Tecton kind of shifts his massive form with his obsidian plates grinding together, and it exhales a plume of embers that don't really hurt your very hardened skin. And its voice gets deeper and lower and slow. It's layered. It's like almost like 1,000 voices are speaking as one as it's echoing through the peaks. And it speaks to you, and it says, "The rivers may dry, the stars may shift, but the bones of the world remain unchanged. The mountain remembers. The stone does not forget. But you," and you feel this like heat, "have forgotten." And as it speaks, the earth at your feet kind of begins to shift a little bit. And lava veins kind of carve through the rock, forming shapes, images, moving slow, like a slow burning mural. And this story kind of unfolds before you in ember and stone. And the flickering images show figures of old humans, robed in earthen hues, their hands pressed to the ground, their bodies wreathed in flowing energy. And they walked the mountains as not as trespassers, but as children of the land, speaking the language of stone, wind, and fire. And this Elder Tecton continues, and he says, "Once your kind walked as kin to the mountain. They did not command the fire, nor break the stone, but listened. They knew the ways of the world. They asked, and the land answered. They built nothing that could not return to the earth. They took nothing that was not given. The planetesimals stirred at their voices, and in return, they were granted the mountain's bounty." And the figures in the stone kind of bow before the towering forms of the Tectons. And like it's just showing like a very great harmony that existed. And then the images shift again, like blackened shapes begin to rise, their hands reaching for the sky, not in reverence, but in greed. And the Tecton continues. He says, "But time forgets, and men do not listen to the whispers of their ancestors. A great hunger grew within them. They carved deeper. They took more. They ceased to ask. The land spoke warnings, and they did not listen." And you watch as the once balanced humans grow twisted, cloaked in the shadow of their own ambition. Their connection to the world fades. Instead of speaking to the planetesimals, they command them, forcing the mountain to break, to yield, to bleed. And the earth cracks, fire rages uncontrolled, and the balance shatters. They cut into the mountain's bones, tearing free what was never theirs to claim. They burned the rivers to ash. They poisoned the veins of the world, turning lifeblood to rot. And right now you can feel the heat starting to really start to rise within this rock. And so the mountain grew silent, and the mural stills. And
At this point, is the Tecton still kind of like looming over?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I think this is a specific thing. I think he recognizes. Sorry to leave you guys out, but he definitely recognizes that you are, and he recognizes Doulos as someone of Zeus.
I'm gonna walk up next to Silas at this point and put my hand on her back and address the Tecton and say, Elder Tecton, whose name I cannot pronounce, as we have started this journey, while I understand the gravity of humans' existence on this planet, Silas here has shown herself to be more moldable than I predicted, and as half star beings, I feel it is our part of our duty to this planet and to the cosmos at large to aid her and as many others in the path toward revitalization of your land. It's not a job I take lightly. And then I'm going to kind of the bits underneath my rock, I'm going to encourage to be brighter, to kind of show a kindred spirit with the Tecton. So what that would be is just kind of like channeling the comet part of me to burn brighter, and while it's not lava, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's this really cool scene of this giant, massive Tecton with veins of lava versus this very tall, the tallest, comet rock humanoid, both glowing of different, and the cold and the hot is very it's very neat looking, and then a human in between. You see this Tecton looks at you and it kind of nods with understanding, and he says, not just to you, but just more of just like saying it out loud. He says, "There was an oath, a promise made in the breath of the first fire when your ancestors walked with wisdom. And now you stand here among oathbreakers, you who walk upon stolen ground. This is not judgment. I just pose the question. Do you seek to heal or to take?"
I seek to heal. I seek to make things the way they were.
And if she fails at her promise, I promise to rid you of her.
Well, now, kind of mixed messages here, but sure.
Oh, I thought it was very direct.
I don't mince words. Only people.
Tongues, specifically.
In this game.
I think that once again, it nods at you, and it kind of comes, and as he's like, lifting his head back up, he says, "The mountain does not demand, the mountain does not punish, it only remembers. What shall it remember of you?" And the wind kind of howls, and the fire dims, and this tecton kind of flows backwards into the mountain scape. And yes, sorry, I was trying to make a cool outro there, but yeah, for sure. What's
No,
up?
sorry, it popped in my head last minute. It's gone now. Never mind.
Wow. Okay. Thanks. So what shall I remember of you? Blah blah blah. And he's back in the room.
Shit, I really messed that up.
Well, I appreciate that gesture. I feel like anytime we could kind of come together on the same page as a group is a good thing.
To the bridge. And then I
That's more like what I was expecting.
very ethereally walk to the bridge.
Okay.
I
So
like
who's
glide.
occasionally walking on the bridge?
I think we're all walking on the bridge, and if something goes wrong, I'm gonna grab Dulos and you're gonna grab Aramite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to give me D20 rolls.
Do you have to roll for Aramite and Dulos?
Yeah, I guess I do. It'd be really bad.
Do you want us to roll for that?
Yeah, actually I do. Yeah.
Alright,
roll,
I got
who
snail
wants to roll
lady.
for Aramite?
No, I got Snail Lady.
I got
Dulos.
Okay, she got a 15. Aramite got a 15.
What'd you get?
Send that one.
Is it?
What?
It's a nat 1 for...
Do this.
Oh, shit. Okay, the bridge breaks. What order are we in?
I was next to Dulos for sure because it was my.
You're
charge.
flying next to Dulos?
Well, I'm there, but like if anything went wrong, I was gonna grab him and.
I'm in the back. I think Aramate's directly in front of me because I have like.
Regardless, the bridge breaks, so we need dexterity if you're gonna try to not fall with this bridge into the chasm.
I can. Fly,
You can fly, so
is this a check
dex
to grab?
Dulos.
Okay.
Yep.
Also,
I'm casting Fly, Dex to grab Aramite.
Yes.
I'm holding on to that bridge and
Dexterity
19.
to not fall. Okay.
5.
Okay, you are falling.
can I use a reaction to attempt to grab Moonboy?
Yeah, give me I guess dexterity, or you're a rogue.
18. So
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
think
like reach out and try to grab
Maybe
the
you grab
forearm
one of us because like
or the
By the ankle.
by the ankle. Yeah, probably, and
Wow,
you're just like
wow.
kind of pulling on him.
Okay.
Give me a strength. Your moon bits, your comet.
I don't,
Just to hold on.
bro. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Literally,
if I fall,
bro.
I have a plan.
Literally.
16.
I feel like that's good enough for now to hang on to him. And also, we're gonna need to figure out how the bridge fell.
Well, if it fell toward the back, you were in the back, so maybe you fell this way and it broke right where Doulos was. So we're up top, and then it's you and Doulos hanging on. Not anymore because you rolled a nat 1, and then you two on the other side. Maybe. So like we're split.
Right, but
Yeah. So we're hanging on the cliff side
on the side that you were wanting
that
to
we
go.
want to go to,
Yeah.
and you guys are on the other
Yeah,
side.
I think that Dulos and I are in the exact middle. I got a nat 20 to grab him,
Okay.
and he's little, so we're just hovering in the middle.
Okay.
Holding on to him,
Yeah.
I would like to either roll acrobatics or whatever to kind of.
Oh, I think, if I may, I think you feel like Monovascos kind of like start to like shrink a little bit like, in your hand. And like you feel all of a sudden he gets lighter and lighter and lighter, and then when you look down, there's just a little what are they called? Chondrite bats.
Yeah.
Oh, he's waxing.
Yeah, there's a little chondrite bat in your hand, and as soon as you open your hand, he just kind of flaps up and flies up.
Cute.
Sweet.
Like I could not have picked up like Doulos
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Aramite, but I can,
Okay.
I can cover me.
Cool.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'm gonna wash my hands because bats are gross.
Whoa.
That's
Wow.
Whoa.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
There's certain things
We're
you
all
don't
just a
joke
bunch
about.
of haters over here.
I squeeze him too tightly.
He goes,
He echolocates on me.
You squeeze the 1 HP out of me and I just turn back to normal Monovoscos.
love it.
God, now I gotta turn into a bat again.
Okay, so you make it across the bridge.
And I look wholly unbothered.
I'm still a bat.
I yell down into the cavern. But we got them all right, even the bonus one.
You hear the echo back.
Laughed.
Like, I didn't build the bridge. It's a tricky bridge. Would it be funny if it just like reanimates itself?
I mean, honestly,
It does that every time.
I just use it as an excuse to get some riddles going.
No one else will do my riddles otherwise. If I say, hey, the bridge might still break, they don't do my riddles.
That's so true, though. Okay, so you make it across. It's still like in a little mountainous region. There's a pathway further. You do see. Give me a perception check.
14.
14.
jeez. 10.
18.
If you got above a 15, you see further along. It's probably, I don't know measuring distance, but it's farther away. You do see a tower further away. And Doulos is like, yes, this is the way. We have to go past the tower, and we will get to Chrysalsos.
Is there anything in the tower?
Yeah, what's that tower there?
Chrysalsos. I do
Anybody
not know.
live there?
I have not been this way in a very long time. It's possible. One person, roll me a d4. What these?
2.
Along with your perception checks, who got the highest?
18.
You guys hear, the two of you hear two different voices. Did you get either of you get above a 20?
No.
Okay. So that seems like it's ahead of you. That's all you can hear. You don't see anything yet. Because it seems like it's a little further past some rocky formations.
Perhaps we slow down. There is noise ahead.
What?
It seems like it would be a good time to move more cautiously and quietly.
Or carry on. You have
I
an
stayed my shell. I could.
I mean,
Or-
one of us could.
I just need to get to the tower, and then I'm going to go that way.
we could send her ahead.
Well, no.
Silas is like, yeah, let's do that.
No. Wait, no, it's
Anything.
unprotected?
She has a shell.
I'm a merchant. They won't do anything to me.
Do you have
And if they
do, you
do,
know
we're
them?
here. I'm not sending you in to die. I would
I
say.
know.
No.
We'll hide behind some large rocks.
It turns out that Aramite's just an adrenaline junkie. She's just like, let's find out. I've lived this long.
I mean,
She just jumps into the chasm. Bye.
as the stealthier one of our group, wouldn't you be the kind of logical choice to?
Sure, I will do all the work.
No, I mean...
It's fine. No, it's fine. I don't mind. I just thought that perhaps the less flashier version of one of us might go, and then
You
we
could
see what
go-
happens. I mean, I can go.
Witness what happens when Aramite walks forth.
How far away is this tower she's going to?
It's right there.
It's like how long would it take her to get there?
For all of you to get, it's farther away. I mean, like, it's probably a mile away.
All right.
Can you see a mile?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's dark
It's darkish, yeah.
with this here eclipse.
Okay. For brevity, I suppose I will go forth, as us rogues do.
It's kind of what
And-
you're here for.
It's actually not at all what I'm here for, but I suppose it will do. So I guess, yeah, I will go forward. Go forward?
But you don't want me to come with you?
No.
All right. But, like, call if you need help.
I'll go.
Come with.
Okay.
Is there a place I can, like, get a vantage point where I'm not being seen?
Yeah, you could probably climb up a cliff.
So, if possible, I would like to be behind Aramite.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aramite continues forward through this, like, very rocky path, cliffs around. There's probably a cliff right next to you, I don't know, like 30 feet up.
All right. I can fly just so I can have eyes on the situation if something turns south.
Yeah, so you're kind of scouting ahead on, like, what, and give me a perception check while you're doing that. And Aramite is just gonna, she's like, I will continue forward like everything is normal.
Now you're tempting fate. I got a 22 on perception.
You kind of see, like, a little bit further out in, like, this rocky, what would you call a landscape that has, like, just a bunch of, like, sharp rocks and boulders and, like...
Rugged, difficult,
just like a difficult,
treacherous.
Yeah. Well,
Craggy.
you see a couple of the rocky area. Two of them look like they're moving back and forth, and it looks like they're holding large. These are huge creatures that look like they're boulders, but they're walking, and they seem to be talking to each other, and they're carrying weapons. And I don't think you would know what they are.
But they look like some kind of creatures that are moving.
They look like big rock
and
creatures.
maybe threatening, but I don't know, that mountain was pretty nice.
With the 18 earlier, did I hear them say king?
Yeah, I'd say so. And they were probably speaking in Star tongue.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna take my spear out and point it at Aramite and just say,
Ah!
No.
What?
No.
What
no,
happened?
No. Hey,
Yes?
quiet.
Okay.
This is all for show. You are my prisoner.
Ooh, a little play.
A little play.
Oh no! Oh wait, should I be loud now?
Sure.
Should I practice? Oh no!
Yeah.
Should I be... Okay. Alright. Just like improv. Just improv it.
I've taken classes for this.
I take classes every Thursday night. I love my group. I love my improv group. Okay, so Aramite moves forward, and she's gonna try to perform. Okay.
I'm gonna follow at a
It's a 10.
distance, but attempt to, like, be hidden and, like, be back a bit. But I'm not just, like, standing there and just being like, alright, bye. I'm, like, following, trailing behind.
I mean, I might be able to help give us a good chance of sneaking past them if we want to try and do that.
So that's the guy who sent me in.
Yeah, I feel like
I
it's too
think
late.
I think they're honestly I think they're already walking up and like
Yeah,
moving.
I feel like
yeah,
it's-
we're all moving.
it's
I
already
think the
happening.
plan's already happening.
Okay,
Okay.
so Aramite's moving forward, and she is doing her best to look like you are. Yeah. So, as you move forward, you hear more like chatter from.
And there's two of them?
Mhm.
Okay.
And it looks like they're just like fighting over where they should be walking. I don't think. And actually, you can see them now. You can see these creatures. I would say that you don't need to roll. You would immediately recognize them as they're meteors. They're living meteor creatures. But give me a history give me a history.
Can I roll stealth to
21.
creep up?
Yeah, if you're following behind them, yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
21.
21. You recognize these as Vrakos, if it's just speaking as singularly, Vrakon, plural. These usually are guardians of the Demiurgia. And you would know the Demiurgia is a planet in space. That usually they guard this area. But a lot of these Vrakos have gone rogue. They got sick of being guardians. A lot of them have gone rogue. However, or have become like mercenaries or whatever. But they are always hired by specific. They're always hired and they're very loyal to whoever they're hired by.
But kind of like mercenary-ish.
Yes. And since you did hear one mention that the king or whatever, you could assume that they're loyal to the Pantocrator.
Okay, so if I'm close enough to speak to them.
I'd say you are. Are you doing stealth at all, or okay?
So
I'm gonna see if they notice you.
Okay.
Because actually, I guess it'd be their passive perception.
Oh, now we get to use passive perception.
Because they're not specifically looking for you. Their passive perception is a 10.
If they're guards and they're like, we are guarding, wouldn't they use active perception?
Yeah, but I don't know if they're like even like they're just like
maybe
They're talking
they're
right
talking to
Great
each
at
other.
their
and
job.
Arguing. Yeah, they're arguing right now.
We do our job,
It's like
just not well.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So yeah,
Are they round?
Yeah, they look like this.
All of your notes are
I know.
falling out.
Beefy rat boys.
But you do see that they are holding these huge size. They're
cool.
huge creatures, which means they're what 15 by 15.
I'm 12 feet.
So they're 3 feet bigger than you. So
Okay, so I'm gonna keep trudging as if nothing is wrong.
okay.
And then when we get within speaking distance, I have something to say.
Well, they're kind of off the path, but yes, I think that they probably would hear, and it's like more scared. It's like, I regret that that's gonna be on the internet. But yeah,
time she opens her mouth or makes a noise, I just love her more and more.
she's like, oh, please don't hurt me, and she's like actively trying to perform.
Okay.
And so they both kind of, I'd say they both look quickly towards you. What do you say?
Well met, and you said they're Vracon?
You could call one is Vrakos or multiple is Vrakon.
Well met, Vracon.
Hey, what are you doing around here?
Sent
Why
by
are you in the copper-bearing mountains?
sent by the king to retrieve this one.
Why would he want, what is that? Like a shell human?
Yeah, very odd.
That's weird. Give me a deception check, please.
Deception or persuasion?
Deception.
Is Aramite helping? Because she's...
Yeah, she can help you.
Oh, actually, my deception is like rad as fuck.
I was gonna say you're a rogue. It should be pretty good.
Which way?
I think good way. It's a good 30.
It was like a 30.
Okay, so you don't need help.
It's like 29.
From Aramite. She's like, Aramite is like, yeah! Oh, please don't take me to the king! Oh.
You rolled so good, Aramite thinks you're actually taking her to the king now.
Yeah, she's actually kind of scared. And she actually would be probably scared of these things. Definitely doesn't want to come across. And one of them says, all right, that's interesting. I guess the king has ways of doing things, and, he likes things and people and wants to destroy.
You know, bounty hunter life. You know what I mean? Were you two quarreling?
Yeah, well, Tony over here.
Tony Baloney.
Tony over here, thinks that we should be facing the north. I think we should be facing the south. And then I'm saying, well, we both have two faces. So why don't you face that way and I'll face this way? But then we can't look the west or the east. So we're just kind of like figuring it out.
If I have a suggestion.
Not a big deal.
If I have a suggestion, might you look...
What are you, a comet? Why are you here?
Half comment.
You working for Pantocrator?
Yeah, he sent for me.
That's weird.
It is weird. In fact, I've not been here before, so I'm getting the lay of the land. But I recognize you magnificent creatures from elsewhere, not from here.
Thanks.
How long have you guys been here? And I just kind of poke the snail.
Oh.
And I'm like...
Can I go in my shell?
Yes, go in your shell.
Thank you.
So, have you been here long?
That's a good question. Specifically in this spot, a while.
So,
-4 intelligence.
So you're here. The king has stationed you here.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's not like it's a mountain. You know.
Have you?
said-
What direction is? So like, if I'm here and they're here, what is that direction? Whatever you want it to be.
Whatever it is.
Okay,
I don't know.
So whatever direction that is.
Are you saying like what direction like you guys are going?
Yeah, maybe.
Are they blocking you? Is the question.
Are they blocking me?
No, they're like like
on the
off
side.
the path a little bit, but it is kind of weird that they're in this area. And Doulos isn't around to like say anything, but like I would say that like I'll say this. Tony speaks up. The other one, he's like, yeah, so the Pantocrator told us to like make sure to come up here because it's possible that there might be other humans that we haven't found yet. So we're just gonna like we're just keeping an eye out for that. Like you found one. Look at that.
So
Are we sure that's human?
no, but I figured I would take her back regardless, and on the way, capture as many as I can.
That's a good catch.
Look, she moves slow.
It makes a lot of noises too.
I know, really easy to track.
Yeah. She
and-
got anything good in that shell?
No. Bad acting classes.
I don't know what that means.
So, I did notice when I was tracking earlier that there were, well, I ran into, hold on, a Tecton who said that humans...
Oh yeah, the weird Tecton. He tried to make us do riddles.
How was that for you?
Not great. We almost died, but then it was like, hey, dude, I'm a rock, you're a rock. Let's like, come together. And then he said, no. So then we just had to go around the other way.
Well, he had said that that there was a band of humans that had come not long before, and that they were headed. What direction is the other way? The way that they are.
Are you talking about where?
I'm trying to send the rocks further away.
Oh,
Goose
yeah.
chase.
Oh,
the
okay.
wrong direction.
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to do.
Did
So
you
whatever
get a nat
direction
20
that
on
is.
your deception?
I got a 19.
Okay.
So that was a 29.
Yeah. No, I mean that's good. So you're trying to send them a different direction,
Or
from the
even
direction
just
that
to
you're
look
going.
that way.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, if you found one that way, then I guess it would only make sense for us to.
And look, I'm headed this way. I'll keep an eye
Oh
on.
yeah. I mean, you're going that way.
I'm going that way. You're going that way. It's fine. We'll cover all our bases.
Okay.
Who's on first?
Yeah, guys.
Is the Brooklyn accent just like the Comet accent?
Yeah, sure.
We're like fast moving rock accent.
It's just
You're
a rock.
slipping into your native accent.
I think it's canon now. Yeah, you start
All
to slip
comments are
into
from
I
your.
start to talk like this. We're just rocks. We're just boulders,
We're
baby.
just rocks, baby. All right. Yeah. So Tony and I will go that way, and yeah. And Tony's like, yeah, but what if someone comes here and we're not here?
Take a lap and come back.
That's a good point.
Look, you're
Well-
rocks, but you move. It's fine.
While this is going on, can I kind of like look at Silas?
Oh yeah. What
and,
was your stealth?
Bad.
Okay.
Oh. Can I look at Silas and Doulos and you already moved ahead, right?
Yeah, I moved ahead. I'm hiding behind a rock, but it's not going great for
Well,
me.
I would say also since they're within a conversation, you probably have advantage on because they're distracted.
Okay, I'll take it.
I think Doulos is with you, by the way, because I climbed up a cliff to like see what's going on.
Oh. I'll like motion you down.
Yeah, and I'm like it looks like it's all right.
You would see that
They're not fighting each other. They're just kind of talking.
yeah, they're just talking.
Well, while they're distracted, let's go ahead and try and sneak past. I would say.
I think we can probably. It looks like Indo's misdirecting them. I think we can start moving out.
I'll
Yeah,
see
and I
if,
think
I'll see
that-
if I can give us some extra cover, and I'll boop all of you on the nose.
Well, I mean, hold on
No.
there with that.
No, it's part of the spell. I have to do this.
On my nose though.
Huh?
It has to be the nose.
Yes. It pertains to the arcane flow that begins here and goes up into your brain and throughout the rest of your body. While you're looking confused, I boop you on the nose. And I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
Gorgeous.
But you
And,
did bad on yourself.
Yeah.
So, I would say that, like, as they're talking to Indo, they would be like, kind of look over there and be like, is someone over there?
And then I'm gonna take that time to poke with my spear the snail lady.
Okay.
What's her name?
Aramite.
Aramite. Sorry, Aramite. I'm gonna poke Aramite in a tender spot.
Ah! What'd you do that? Oh, she's not Brooklyn. She says, ouchie, my bum!
It's time to get moving, grandmother.
My bum! Ouchie!
And if you would take a lap, it would.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess it's fine. Maybe it's just like a thing over there.
can we roll stealth checks?
Yeah, because we're heading out towards
They're
this.
turning to go the other way. So they're like here, like here's the trail. They're like over here. They're probably just gonna go further that way. Do a lap. What'd you get?
We are getting plus 10 to this as well.
I've got scale mail now. I rolled
yeah.
stealth with disadvantage.
Oh no! That one.
Okay, so and they're like, yeah, we'll take a lap, and then they kind of
Click, 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 click.
They turn and they see Star Slayer, and what did you get?
25.
We got an 11.
And then I'm
What
gonna.
did
Oh,
Doulos
you got
get?
a natural one.
Can I react to that?
What?
To the clank, clank, clank?
Yeah.
Silas, come quick. We must be going.
Okay. Oh, you have more to your party. That's why I
have-
thought there was someone over here.
My Star Slayer is slow.
Okay. Give me one more deception check.
All right, I'll start coming. What does the king command?
Advantage. Oh, thank God. I mean, that's a good...
Nat motherfucking 20
Oh my God,
for
why did I
a
give
30.
you
I got a nat 2. So, woo.
But if you did say that, that's a good...
Jangle, jingle, jangle, jingle.
Oh, what the...
I know.
I'm so confused. So,
I
you
know.
got a Star Slayer here.
Can we talk about...
What are you like...
Look,
I'm confused about the hierarchy here because...
Can we talk about how confused I was when the king told me that I had to partner with a Star Slayer as a half comet? Very confusing. But I question not because he sliced out the tongue of the other Star Slayer right in front of me. So you know how the king
Oh,
is.
shit, dude. That's crazy,
that's what I'm saying.
Dude. Dude, that's so crazy.
So-
Because that's like traitorous shit.
So you ask
That's
me,
insane.
I say nothing because I trust the...
God.
Long live the king, am I right?
Hey, get that pet. I actually don't give a shit. He just hired us.
I don't
so
either.
It's like,
But until this job is done, long live the king.
I'm just the
I know.
lawful
You're the
evil
muscle.
guy that's just like hanging out, doing things for other people.
You're just rocking out, man. I know.
We're just the little scum of the earth. You know what I mean? Just like doing whatever they say.
Can Doulos and I have gotten safely past?
Yeah.
And, okay.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of like watching all of
And you
this go
pass,
down from a
you
safe
fully
distance.
pass Krotos,
I'm just standing
who's
behind
just
a
standing
rock.
behind a rock.
With like immaculate posture.
Can I grab? Can I
Like waiting for like.
grab
do I walk
Krotos as
forward
we're passing?
and back up the story? Indo's doing fine. So I feel like if I came out, I'd like kind of just add more confusion to the sad.
I think
so
if-
I'm just
as
gonna
we're
stand
kinda
really
passing,
still and
can
try
I-
and look like a shot.
Hey, is
Can I
that
tap Krotos on the shoulder and just be like, come on?
Well, I should resolve their stealth because it was bad.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
I'll just say, is that someone? Why is this a whole party of people?
Some of us
I
walk
step
faster
out.
than others.
And they kind of like,
So I will step out and whatever like kind of direction we came from, I'll like walk up and I'll go.
whoa, whoa,
I have
whoa.
checked the eastern path and we are clear to move forward. Oh, hello.
Are you like a black hole? That's wild.
Are you like a rock?
Something like that. I never really looked at myself.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Got
like,
rocks for brains, you
What
know
do
what I
look
mean?
at? When you're looking at yourself, you're like, oh, it's just me. And then you don't really think about what you are.
Did you tell them about the band of humans that were traveling westward over there?
Yeah, we were about to, was it westward? Yeah, that's the way we were about to go.
Yeah, they're headed that way. They're covering it for us so that we may make faster pace to
The king.
the
Great.
king.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go that way.
Great.
And this is all really weird. But you said it. You
Hey,
said it immaculately.
look.
Almost like you critically did something really well. And so I guess I'm gonna put my scythe, keep it at my side. I guess I'm gonna go. So we're... Tony! Eh? Let's go! Alright.
Later, boys.
Alright, which is it? Tony, walk in front of me. Don't walk behind me. I fucking hate that shit. Walk in front of me. I'll be right here.
You keep stepping on my heels.
I'll see you at the bodega later, boys.
And they actually do these huge leaps across the...
that's
and they, and they're out of sight. Natural 20. So you...
That was so messy, but worked so well. Wow.
I mean, teamwork's where it's at.
Eremite, you may stop acting now. The wailing is getting to be a lot.
Okay. You did really hurt my bum, though. I didn't appreciate that. Okay. Shall we move on?
Great. To that tower.
So you all make your way towards this tower. You see this ancient tower. It's got weathered stone walls, and it's nearly almost swallowed by a thick blanket of ivy. Time and neglect have left their mark. This once proud structure kind of leans ever so slightly, as if kind of weary from centuries of standing against the elements. There is a heavy wooden door that kind of once it obviously is now rotted away. But yeah, this ivy on this tower seems almost alive, like it's like glossy leaves are catching this dim light that are just like barely going through this eclipse with an eerie shimmer, and the vines are enormous, and they twist in strange ways, and there's like these coarse brittle hairs that are on these leaves. Yeah, and that's...
Now, it seems like growing things are kind of an oddity in this time and place of the world. Can Silas see if this is anything that's familiar to him from his youth? I said him, didn't I?
Yeah.
22. 21 nature.
Okay, yeah. I would say you would know that even if you touch the slightest leaf of this, you will, you'll suffer basically a maddening itch forever. So
just
So
a
you just
tip.
get eczema?
it's like psychotic. It's like you would like go insane.
Go crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, just a little note here. Don't touch these vines. Make it itch forever and drive you crazy.
Yes.
At
So
least,
that's...
I mean, maybe it works different for you. Maybe it would feel good. I don't know. But for my folk, no bueno.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't touch the plant life.
But can we, is there like a clear path through this door? I mean, like, should we look inside? Eremite, is this where you live?
No, I'm going that way. I mean, actually, maybe I should not go that way. The Rakos.
Was that the direction they were in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They will do a lap at some point.
Perhaps you stay here until then.
Ah! Fine. Don't touch the leaves.
So,
Did anybody tell you that?
so
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
do you know what this tower is?
No.
And Doulos, do you?
Doulos says, I'm sure it was once someone must have lived here at some point.
Can I do a history check?
Sure.
Eremite,
I would say that if you want to also figure out you could do like investigation to figure out a way to get into the tower if you'd like. You could also use, just like, as long as you're not using your bare hands, you could probably try to burn it or hack it away, like, whatever you want to do.
I got an important question. Tell me about this here turkey giblet jerky I bought from you. Vulture giblet jerky.
Who are you talking to?
Aramite.
What do you want to know?
Well, like, does it taste good? Is it like good for you?
Why don't you eat it?
That's what I thought you were going to say.
I wouldn't sell anything that was nasty.
Can I roll insight on that?
I rolled a 27 for perception, just to kind of see how to get all up in that tower.
I would also say you can fly. There's like not really a roof. You could probably, I would say there's probably a way to climb up it, maybe on the back side of the tower. There's also hackable areas at the doorway as well that you can, but yeah, that's what I would say. Like you could either like climb up it by avoiding, especially with your perception check, you could probably climb up and avoid stuff.
Shall we go in? What are we feeling?
I mean, like, do we need to? Or, I mean, maybe it's a good place for Aramite to hunker down until those Racon go away. If we can make a safe entrance, I don't know.
Aramite, does your shell get itchy?
I have never,
I got a 22
Never
on her,
really
by the
had
way.
on her insight,
Yeah.
to see if she wouldn't sell anything nasty.
Yeah.
I think she really means that if she's talking about taste, like tasting bad. Yeah.
I may be able to clear some of the plant life away if we do think we should go in.
Well, I feel like any signs of civilization might be signs of information or things to utilize, and I am not excited about leaving stones
I like things.
unturned.
It could be like could be similar to the treasure chest we found in the meat town that ended up being empty.
But how many treasure chests before that were not?
None.
Like 4. I opened 4. And they all had good shit in there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you weren't doing it.
You were looking in the well.
Well, I feel
Well.
I feel like since I was a kid, I ain't spent a lot of time here on Zos, and I'm seeing all kinds of things I've never seen before, like this Talking Mountains, and it's kind of nice to get back in touch with my homeland, which I've been away from. So I'm kind of curious to see what we might find inside.
Inside we go.
Is there,
But I'm not touching it.
no, is there a way, I guess maybe we should make a perception check or
Yeah.
ask people's opinions about how things look up top. 22 perception
Are you
check.
flying up there?
Yeah, to see if there's some way I can get in where there's not as many vines up top.
Yeah, I would say that there's probably, like, the roof is definitely worn, and there's a hole that you could see that you could probably, it's probably like 3 foot by 3 foot hole that you could probably
Just float down inside.
float down inside.
Safely without touching nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I can go up to the top. Should I just come down and open the front door from the inside where there ain't no vines? Maybe you could do something in the meantime to the outside.
Yeah, so I have a couple different like necrotic spells, and one's like an aura. And I was thinking that I could like just walk up and kind of just like exude necrotic energy and maybe like wilt the plants away.
I'm going to just rule that I feel like as long as you're doing consistent damage or
Yeah.
something, that it'll probably work.
Sweet.
So if you just stand there, I guess,
Yeah.
by the door or whatever,
Yeah.
that'd be fine.
Sweet.
And exude that.
I will mark that spell slot out. Yeah, you just see
It starts to wilt a little bit.
like
just
yeah.
right in that, like...
my shadow like grows around me, and then like the plants start to just like die at my feet, and like if I walk forward, like they die in
Okay.
like a little orb around me.
Yeah. Cool. So you entered the tower. You're entering from the top?
Yeah, I'm coming down from the top.
Okay, so you enter. We'll start there. Where are you guys going? Are you not going
the
in?
front door.
Okay.
Mine was totally unnecessary.
What are you doing?
I'll follow, kind of within Krotos's aura.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to get itchy.
Yeah. It sounds really... Whatever... Yeah.
That's just me as.
I
That's,
literally
like, so
thought
that's
about
just
touching
me
the
as a
leaf
person.
before anybody did any. I thought about touching it, and I would have hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever?
So you enter from the second floor?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see like it's kind of like it's a shitty room. You see that there's a staircase in the center of the room that goes down to the first floor. You see there's a desk like that's got like old dusty stuff. It's obviously not been touched in a very long time, and that's what you see.
All right. Well, I think my first effort is to rejoin the party, get them in, make sure they're all right. So I'll just go down the stairs and try to find the front door.
Okay, so as you do, it's just like one tube of a tower. So you go down the stairs, and you do see, as you're entering the tower, Silas, she comes down the stairs, and you all see the same thing. You do see in this dim, like, musty chamber area, this first floor, you see a figure lies, curled upon a mold-ridden bedroll, and their body is draped in a chaotic snarl of gnarled roots. The twisted tendrils kind of wrap around this body like a living shroud, constricting their form, and their human shape. Yes.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Just like
It's barely discernible beneath this creeping mass, and these roots pulse faintly, as if drawing sustenance from the sorrow of this host. And I think that's where we're gonna leave this episode in this Evervine Tower. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lair, the Spider Lord, an Astro Mythos adventure. Check out Jon Sideriadis' module. You can find it at astromythos.com. It is published by Hit Point Press. Don't forget it. Write that down. Put it in your noggin. Lock it up. Put away the key forever. And go buy it. Is that good?
That's great. Yeah. Very persuasive.
Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.